Wow, 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 we are rocking it in terms of the snowfall. One of the biggest events all winter long, especially in a big populated area coming to Denver. Feet of snow are looking likely into the Front Range, Colorado Springs as well. Plenty into the mountainous areas, even stretching back a little bit towards the south and west. So this is going to be a big deal event over the course of the next couple of days or so. Not much going on in the middle portion of the country, but we do have one system that's going to move across portions of the Great Lakes into the Ohio Valley and Northeast. Minor accumulations for the most part with pretty minimal impacts here on your Snowplow News and Norcast weather video, but there will be some areas towards the Canadian border that definitely will see accumulating snows. So we got this system just rocking and rolling across portions of Denver and Colorado Springs. That's a lot of moderate to heavy snow. Then kind of back builds towards the west. Severe weather developing across the middle portion of the country with a good round of rain that's going to move through the Great Lakes. And then that system slides off towards the east. We got rain across portions of the south. Cold front moves through and a lot chillier air does move in as the system winds down across the west. And then we have this guy here into your Sunday that's going to move across the Great Lakes into the northeast. A little lake effect back behind it. Not really a ton or a big deal at all, but as you saw on the previous graphic, definitely a little accumulation. Then this system starts to move on out gradually through your Tuesday, and it's going to be a pretty quiet pattern as we kind of reload things for the middle portions of the week ahead. But yeah, how about accumulating snow and also severe weather in the middle portion of the country? When this was recorded, the risk was probably a little bit lower than what it's actually going to be as that stretches into the Great Lakes. Not really a ton out west as far as rainfall getting into a much drier pattern, but for a week's rain, this is not too unheard of at all. Pretty typical in most spots across much of the eastern portion of the country. Needed rain in a few areas, only a few spots getting into maybe a little minor flood potential. Look at this spin. This is the vorticity or the energy aloft in the atmosphere. As this kind of moves on through, it takes the moisture, takes the cold air, it piles it up against the mountains, and it allows for that system just to kind of keep hitting and not spill and move too much towards the east. Here you go with this another wave of energy that moves through. That is our system there for Sunday. That's going to cause a trough and bring in colder air back on the backside behind it. And again, quieter weather into the middle portions of the week. So this is the colder air. Watch it come on down and play across portions of the middle of the country, the lakes, into the deep south. That'll be, instead of just a brief day or so, now we're talking about a couple days or so of cold. And then it moderates a little bit, but not a bunch. This is still pretty cool air for the late portions of next week with another trough. And the really chilly stuff reloads and it comes back on in once we get in towards a week and a half out, 10 plus days. So it is going to be a colder pattern, our first true pattern change until like late January, early February, that is going to allow for the warmer weather to start pushing into the west. Cooler weather across much of the east, even decently below average temperatures across the deep south. So watch for cooler risks late March, early April.
This is your Norcast weather update.